Hi everyone, my name is Forever2 and welcome to Zenless Zone Zero for what will be a new agent story called Silver Soldier's Song. And it is this version's new story here. Now this might be another type of agent story, I believe. All that pertains about Soldier Zero, also known as Anby. So we actually got a warm-up here, which is just another side story here and there. No dialogue whatsoever. Let me take a look at this real quick. So you got, I guess, other side stories, I believe, here. Not sure what I do with this here, but this, we're going to be going through the actual main story. Like I said. Yeah, and this will be a permanent story as well, but this is, what we're in is called TV schedule, which is basically at certain times of the year or month, random stories will be up for grabs for rewards, I'm thinking. So this is where we can get deeper lore within Anby and as well as Soldier 11. And from the looks of it in the background, I'm guessing it has something to do with Anby and Soldier 11 being related. I'm not too sure. So let's go ahead and go through the story. So we're going to go with Echoes of Silver. That's pretty much the first chapter of it. And as always, we only have about 3 parts here. So let's go ahead and get so. Trigger and Anby team up to investigate the whereabouts of Soldier 11. What does that even mean? Did Soldier 11 get herself kidnapped again? Whatever. Alright, so this is again immersive storytelling, so we cannot do anything else until we complete the story. So, onward.
I just came back from Waterfall Soup.
What happened? Is General Chop doing okay?
What happened? Did something come up with General Chop?
No, nothing really. It might not even be a big deal. General Chop just mentioned that Soldier 11 hasn't come to eat noodles at the shop for quite some time. We haven't heard from her in a while either.
Oh? Maybe she's on a mission. I mean, as being part of the military, she might be constantly being on missions, but maybe she's been busy with something. I'm gonna say this.
Maybe she's out on a mission?
Give or take.
On a mission? But even then, she'd still try to reply to messages from you. That's what she did before. This is starting to worry me now. If only her squad mates were with her.
A few days ago, Trigger visited a scout outpost. Okay, so, if I'm not mistaken, you're back to inquire about Soldier 11 again? When was the last time you got some shut-eye? They're close right now. Don't worry, I'm fine, and I can't rest until I've confirmed her whereabouts. Recently, she keeps getting redeployed, and I haven't been able to contact her, which is very unusual. We are colleagues, after all, so I thought perhaps you might have some information. Damn, it's tiring. You're in luck. However, I want you to promise me something. Don't push yourself too hard, and go get a good night's sleep, for her sake, if nothing else. Thanks, I'll do it for you too, Ray. I know you say that to everyone, but fine, here it goes. Someone who looks a lot like Soldier 11 was spotted in Hollow Zero. According to the eyewitness's account, she was with some armed individuals who were not Defense Force personnel. I'll send you the precise coordinates. Are you heading out now, Trigger? Okay, so this is Trigger here. So that's what she looks like. In the Soldier 11 story, I guess, agent story, we only got a brief little moment with Trigger as something we saw in the Bang Boo gameplay here. In Hollow Zero type of gameplay, I guess. So I'm guessing we're gonna test out her, let's take a look at her. So she has a permanent visor on. And I can only guess that something might have happened that affected her eyesight, maybe? Alright, so this might be my first time trying out Trigger as gameplay-wise. So let's take a look at her notes here. So About Trigger. Hold the basic attack to enter sniper stance, allowing Trigger to fire consecutive sniper shots forward. So basically like Billy, but she's using a sniper. Okay, I'm starting to dig it, and I'm starting to maybe consider saving my polychromes for this way, because I do like anything with a rifle. So allowing Trigger to fire. Okay, let's see. Trigger gains 25 Purge points. With Purge points, we can... when other active characters in the team hits enemies with attacks, they can trigger various aftershock attacks from Trigger. When any aftershock hits enemies, it increases the stun damage multiplier effect, which remains effective even when the target is not stunned. So when she has Purge, other active characters in the squad can activate basic attack harmonizing shot when hitting enemies with a basic attack, dodge counter, special attack, or quick assist, dealing electric damage and accumulating days. Hitting enemies with heavy attacks, but then from an EX special attack, assist follow-up, or ultimate, they can activate basic attack harmonizing shot Tartarus, dealing electric damage again, accumulating a large amount of days. And hitting enemies with an EX special attack or ultimate trigger will enter coordinator support, while coordinator support other active characters in the squad can trigger basic attack harmonization shot whenever they hit enemies with any attack without consuming Purge and with no cooldown restrictions. Okay, so alright, let me take a look at
You've arrived at the coordinates Ray provided. She's so kind.
Okay, let's take a look at her. You know, that kind of reminds me of her design. Why does this remind me of one of the characters in Nikkei? Yeah, she looks like a Nikkei, to be honest. With the visor, the rifle, the bodysuit. Let's take a look. Thickness, too. Yeah. Ooh. I like this.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Okay, I barely see her.
Recalibrating.
Nice. Damn. Alright, I kind of like this now. I maybe consider getting
Suspicious
this.
ether fluctuations over there.
Monument.
Ether vision activate. Supporting position. I'll pierce this way. Weakling. Ready. Recalibrating. Press the advantage. Adjusting for wind. My bullets are one with the wind. Ice Mist. You're in my sight. Supporting position.
Damn. Alright. Holly knows what they're doing with these character designs. Oh, and speaking of that, I almost missed out on this. Dang. Okay. Yeah.
Ether vision activate. Pity I can't see up.
Oh, he just ran away. You're mine now. Trigger subdues and captures an enemy. Wait, why do you have to gag him even though he has no mask? He has a mask on. Oh wait, never mind. That's just a scout. Don't hit me. You're from the defense force, a soldier of the people. You can't just go dishing out vigilante justice, can you? I don't need to get my hands dirty. I just need to leave you in a place where no one can find you and remove your protective gear. It'll be the corruption here that takes your life. Fine, I'll tell you everything. You're looking for that woman, right? The one wearing a military uniform like yours? With that intriguing face? The others already restrained her, but they took her that way. Is that so? Thank you for your cooperation. Okay, so Trigger slams the butt of her gun hard against the enemy's mask. The fake soldier's wailing doesn't save him from being forcibly put to sleep. Sending him into peaceful oblivion was an act of mercy. Damn it. I can't even aim.
That's Soldier 11?
Yeah, there she is. Oh, damn, they got...
Take out that sniper!
I won't let you take her. Show no mercy.
Victory, the only option.
It's over. I'll take point.
Alright, where's the other one? Oh. Okay, we got a big machine.
I'll pierce right through it.
Big bot.
Increase firepower. There's no time to lose. Supporting position. The target's exposed. Ether vision activate. You're done. You're in my sight.
My blade is already.
This bullet will reach its mark.
Damn, I like that. So, amidst all the etheric turbulence, Trigger catches sight of Soldier 11. However, something feels different. Soldier 11 is not acting like her usual self. How so?
Soldier 11! No, damn it. You should have been no match for her. What did you do?
Ah, the blind sniper. So you actually can see.
Release her, or else you'll have my bullets to answer to.
Oh, so those things change color, though. I guess she's mad. Look at the red.
Your friend is beyond help, Sniper. There's no stopping Silver's revival.
Just as Trigger fires a shot, the enemy vanishes into a fissure with Soldier 11 in his arms. More enemies begin closing in, and by the time Trigger finishes dealing with them, the fissure has already closed.
Damn you. Silver's revival. What did he mean by that?
It's me. Sorry, could you help me relay a message to the captain when you have the time? Soldier 11 and I will both be using up all of our leave, starting today. Light, floaty voice. Are you going on vacation together? Without me? I'm already racking my brain trying to figure out what I did to upset you. You know it's not like that. I know. Soldier 11. Haven't you found her yet? Yeah, please don't tell the captain about this just yet. She's already got enough on her plate. Are you sure you don't need my help? I appreciate the offer, but it won't be necessary. I don't want to kick the hornet's nest. After all, Soldier 11's recent frequent redeployments are also on orders from the higher-ups. Then am I the kick or the hornet's nest? I want to be the hornet's nest. That way, you'll think of me whenever you talk about hornets. Why would I ever talk about hornets? Never mind. There's something else too. What? There's more? I want to know, what does Silver's Revival mean? Sounds like a new Astro Yao album. You're so sleep deprived that you've lost your sense of humor. Silver's Revival or whatever? Want me to ask about it on internet? You're the best. Call me as soon as you have something. I always miss hearing your sweet voice. Oh, okay. Aw, stop it, you. Save your sweet talk for someone who actually needs it. Now, Soldier Trigger, I order you to go out and get some rest. I'm guessing that must be her handler. A few days later, Trigger receives a call from her companion. According to her reply, she has already reached out to the informant through internet. The contact information, a young woman on 6th Street holding a fried chicken burger. If I know anyone who is a young woman and that eats burgers, that's gotta be Andy. That's just neural activation for me. I don't know why. It's just an automatic response That's gotta be Anby. A young woman holding a fried chicken burger. I hope I can recognize the smell of a fried chicken burger. How can you not recognize what chicken smells like? I bet if I just turn to the left, and there she is. And is she holding a cheeseburger or a fried chicken burger? No, she already ate it. Young lady. Oh, music.
Hello.
Girl without burger. She ate it all.
Is it you? The one who contacted me on Internet?
Yep.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh?
Oh, the burger. Sorry, I was starving, so I already finished it.
No complaints here. You should deserve as many burgers you want.
Thanks for coming to meet me. Long story short, we need to stop Silver from coming back. By the way, what was your name again?
I hadn't introduced myself. I'm still unsure if I can trust you.
Oh.
Don't take it personally. I'm always cautious with people I've just met, especially someone from Internet who claims to have intel without any solid proof. But I have to admit, you do seem kind of familiar.
Now, what is that emotion? Is that a blush? Why are you blushing?
Even though I can't see your face, you somehow remind me of a friend. A friend who's in danger.
They've taken her, haven't they?
Wait, how much do you actually know?
I'm just as clueless as you about what's happening, but you might have heard of me. I'm Anby, the former captain of Silver Company.
So, you're...
Yeah, that's me. I'm the one who died in Soldier 11's place. So you should get why I feel responsible for her.
Again, there is a lore to this, and if you go to the Sinless Zone Zero's YouTube channel, you'll probably see it. In her trailer and demo trailer, it's gonna be complicated either way.
Would you understand if I say I'm still not completely convinced?
No worries. I've dealt with even more skeptical people before.
Like who?
Trust isn't gained on words alone. So how about we meet inside the hollow?
Inside the hollow?
I'm not the best with words. Showing you through my actions might be more convincing. You just need to see me in battle.
I mean, how else can you prove it? So you're that Anby. Sorry, I can't trust you yet. Then it looks like I must earn your trust. Let's meet in the hollow. Once you see my combat skills, you'll understand what I mean. Alright, it's a deal. Let's each head back and prepare. So now I'm playing as Anby here. So talk to the proxy. So I guess we're gonna be talking with our friends here. Me, most importantly. Anby, you still haven't gone back to the cutting hairs? I got hiccups. Have I imposed too much? Sorry, I'll help out around the shop. Actually, please don't. Every time you sort videotapes, 18 has to go through and relabel them. What did you do, Anby? Are you and Nicole having a fight? No, I would never fight with Nicole. It's just, I got caught up in the sticky situation, and I don't want to drag the cutting hairs into it. Oh, I see how it is. So dragging us into it is okay, just not them. That's not what I meant. I'll help out around the store, and I'll bring you burgers too. Anby. What? You can stay here as long as you want. If you need help, we'll always be there for you. I understand. Thank you. I like to rest for a bit now. I have an appointment later that I need to keep. Go get some rest. If Nicole comes knocking, I could stall her for a bit, but I can't help it help it from her forever. You know. We've already completed Echoes of Silver first chapter. Now we're gonna go on with Echoes of Silver Part 2. So someone is trying to revive Silver Company, and Anby decides to put a stop to it. So a short while later, Anby, are you going out? Yeah, is there anything you'd like me to bring back? Juice, burgers, milk, burgers, or anything? Burgers said twice. I mean, I might pass by a store on the way back from the hollow. Off to the hollows again. Just like that. I made an agreement with someone. Rest assured, I've already prepared the carrots. I won't need to bother you this time, Proxy. We don't need milk or burgers. We just want you to return safe and sound, as God intended. We need to protect the Anby. Don't worry, I will. In that case, I'll be off. Right in combat. Sorry, I was eating my sandwich for a bit. I muted my mic in. Alright, I wanted to make a comment, but I almost choked on my sandwich. Alright, we got some etheric matter. That's good. Alright, there's triggers. You're very punctual. Back then, I used to make soldiers who were late to do push-ups. Soldier 11 is the same. As long as I've known her, she's never missed an appointment, nor has she even been out of contact. We'll find her, Trigger. Can I call you Trigger? Please do. I don't have any nicer sounding names. This time, leave the fighting to me. All you need to do is carefully observe my movements. Don't worry, I'll cover you when I deem it necessary. That's assuring.
Let me take a good look at your movements. Engage.
Oi, oi.
Ether vision activate.
Copy that. Unfortunately, the enemy is too weak. I won't be able to show you my full combat abilities.
Conversation?
You don't strike me as the type of person who'd say something like that.
Anby knows what she's doing. Alright, good conversation?
Adjusting for wind. Supporting position.
Nice teamwork. Wow.
I see now. There's no mistaking it. You really are that Anby.
Glad that she's
A person's
proven.
fighting style is a raw response in life and death situations. It can't be easily faked like a resume or some other physical token.
I'm guessing that the blue is some emotion of relief, I believe. Maybe.
You and Soldier 11, the way you fight and use ether, it's nearly identical. Incredible.
We're sisters. Assuming that sisters means replicas from the same blueprint, that is.
So I was right. I thought that Soldier 11 looked the same because they had the same hair color. But when they say quote-unquote sisters and replicas from the same blueprint, I think she's calling herself a clone. Yeah, a clone.
So the rumors circulating in the military about Silver Company, they're really true?
How much have you heard?
Only that Silver Company no longer exists. But biologically creating soldiers in mass quantities, how could that even be possible?
From what I know, besides intelligent constructs, everyone is born biologically. Delivered by storks, so they say.
Is that supposed to be a joke?
So, making one isn't much different from making 100.
You can't be serious.
Was that supposed to be a joke?
Yeah, my jokes never really hit the mark. Sorry about that.
No, I'm the one who should be saying sorry. I was just astonished. I never thought the military had this level of technology.
They used to.
If they could mass produce soldiers, then why would they still...
I understand. If they could use replicas as cannon fodder, then why still risk human lives? That's what you're thinking, right?
Yeah, but can I assume that there's what would you call it? Something that is required? Like, the cost of making more clone soldiers, right?
I was trying to say it in a more diplomatic way.
Well, Anby's blunt. You don't need to go around the bush for her. She's just tell it as it is.
It's okay. I won't take offense. Not over this. They'd probably say the reason is because replicas are simply too expensive.
I was right.
While a Silver Company soldier could change the game, it costs nearly as much as training a top-tier general and paying their fees and pension for their family.
Wow.
The real cost isn't in creating the mind or body, but in replicating the subject's unique physical abilities, mental aptitude, and
So
reflexes.
time and money. Time and money.
And what's even more costly is that, for reasons that were not fully understood when the research was halted, these unique qualities couldn't be fully replicated in mass production.
Right.
As for the inferior ones, they were deemed as disposable.
Damn.
Anby, that's not what I meant.
Yeah, I'm sure you didn't. But there's always someone who does mean that. There's always someone with an agenda, trying to use us. Maybe that's why Silver Company fell. I won't forgive those people. Any of them. However, the downfall itself isn't entirely a bad thing. With Silver Company gone, their evil technology was lost with it.
Until now.
Or so I thought. Until now.
I was right.
Silver's revival. So you're saying someone has resurrected that technology? Soldier 11's abduction seems linked to this. I have to admit, your theory has some merit. But as far as I know, all the data from that time was erased. Could it be the Defense Force? Hold on. Something doesn't add up.
What are you thinking about?
If they truly wanted to secretly revive this technology, they wouldn't need to take Soldier 11 at all. I know my squad mate. All it would take is an order from up top, and she'd put herself on the operating table without a peep.
You're not wrong. She's not wrong. I mean, she is a truly definition of a loyal soldier.
Really? So, that's how she is now.
She's the model example of a loyal soldier. Isn't that how you remember Soldier 11?
No, I never knew a Soldier 11 in the past. Only...
I hear
How could this
ethereals.
be happening? There shouldn't be so many ethereals here.
I recognize this formation. We once used it to battle ethereals.
What?
It's
What?
another legacy of Silver Company. Back then, we had a brilliant sister who excelled in strategy over combat. Let's handle this. The person we're after must be behind it. TWCA Type 3.
Is that the name of that formation?
My bullets are one with the wind!
Fire support ready. Supporting position. Target locked. Hand to pin him down. Ether vision activate.
Fracture!
Show no mercy.
Nice. So I'm assuming the person behind Soldier 11's abduction knows so much about Silver Company, right?
This feels familiar. I don't like it.
Not one for nostalgia? I'm starting to understand you more now. Increase fire. The target's weary.
This bullet will reach its mark. There's both.
Supporting position.
Quick shot.
Supporting position.
That was a tough one. Oh. Oh, who are you? Silver hair. It's another...
Anby, what is that?
That's the old Silver Squad uniform.
I see. Let's give chase.
I wonder who that was. And if I'm right, I can only assume that she and Soldier 11 may not be the only clone that survived. Inside a lab tucked away in a building somewhere.
As expected of Captain, her skills, they're still as sharp as ever. Truly remarkable. I feel honored just being her defect. Silver Squad can't be without its captain.
Okay, so we got an eye-patched clone here. Her voice is a bit different, apparently. Like, there's many people fused inside? I don't know why.
Ouch. Give me some meds, eh?
Hey, what the? Another one? Oh, you got no way to speak, huh?
You're the worst of any defect. I know you can't talk, but is there something wrong with your nerves, too? Be gentle! Seriously, I have fewer and fewer parts of my original body, and yet I feel more and more pain. I'm curious why that is.
Oh.
But you wouldn't understand such a complex question, would you? Because you're an idiot.
Hey, just because she's a defect doesn't mean that she's not too dumb. Also, I think each of them has a prosthetic limb?
Enough. Stop making that miserable noise. Now, about our subject. She's still alive, right? There you are. So, they call you Soldier 11 now, right? What a hideous name.
I'm not sure if you... I don't know if you should say that since your name is Twiggy. Why are you called Twiggy? Also, I'm not sure if that's actually like a military pants or just a prosthetic limb, but I think it's just not prosthetic limb.
But looking at you now, you do have a pretty face. Pretty and pitiful. This face is the only thing we have left in common. Aside from that, I'm nothing like you. I've lost all my limbs. I'm no longer a complete member of Silver Squad.
Okay, so I was right. Her limbs are missing. Those are really prosthetic limbs.
And I need a complete body for the experiment. Which is why I need you.
Are you looking forward to try to switch your body so you can have a complete body?
What? You're asking me what happened? But you should know what happened that day. It was the day you weren't there.
My guess is when the fall happened, I'm guessing the military called in for a cleanup operation. I'm just spitballing here. But I think they were trying to clean up the messes Silver Squad made, or something like that. Since Silver Company was just probably just wiped off of the records, meaning they were cleaning up the rest of them, I guess, like total purge, I guess. And I guess one or two may survive.
Captain Anby traded herself for you. Even with her incredible strength, she could only save one of us. But why did it have to be you? Why not me? Why not Twiggy? Tell me why! They were all dead. Heaps and heaps of corpses crushing me.
Did they really dump all of them in one spot? Her being in the bottom? I guess the military did treat them like garbage, huh? When it comes to cloning, huh?
When they found me, my limbs were severely corrupted. I couldn't move. I couldn't fight back. I used to be a soldier, ready to defend this city. But that day, I was... Hey, what do you think you're doing? You startled me. Alright, fine. You're just here to remind me, right? They're here to pick up today's shipment.
Why are they here to pick
I'll
up?
go handle it. After that, I'll come back and tell you the rest of today's story.
So we got a motive. Hang on, let me stuff that down over here. So meanwhile, outside the lab, Anby and Trigger press their ears against the frosty steel door, listening closely for any sounds inside.
It seems Soldier 11 is being held captive here. So what's the plan?
The plan?
Shh. Let's discuss it over there.
So, Anby, what's the current plan? It's very simple. I don't even need a map to explain it. Infiltrate the place and rescue Soldier 11. Simple. Go on, I'm listening. That's it. That's the whole plan? Yep, please provide support from the outside. I mean, I guess in the military defense force, they're all about very detailed, very precise planning, but Anby's just simple. We do this, we do that, we get out. This is something I have to settle alone. If anyone can do it, it's me. Is this how Silver Squad always operates? I'm the captain, and so that's how it's always been done. However, back then, there was usually a backup plan. Twiggy was always in charge of the backup plans. Twiggy, if I'm not mistaken, she's the enemy we're facing now, right? I don't know why she's become like this. Her backup plans, what's her style? First, feign weakness before turning the tables with unorthodox tactics. For her, no cost is too great to regain the upper hand. That does sound like a proper backup plan. After all, it's a plan that would only be utilized when every other option has been exhausted. I'll keep in contact with you through the headset. Don't try to be a hero, Anby. If anything happens to you, you won't be able to save Soldier 11 on your own, right? I understand, and I'll be careful. I was going to try to be supportive, but since you don't need it, never mind then. I mean, Anby's always been very punctual, very, 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 very blunt. So, Anby sneaks into the lab through an unguarded air duct. The metal ducts are freezing cold, stinging her skin.
This place is cold.
It's a lab, it's supposed to be cold.
I sense the frigid air from outside. It carries a strange scent, too.
Why a strange scent? Oh my god, she beatboxes too? I know for the fact that Anby does beatbox as well. Soldier 11 doesn't. Now Twiggy, I'm gonna feel bad for taking down Twiggy now. Because my guess is that beatboxing is part of Anby's quirk, I guess. I'm not sure who is the original, where the blooper comes from. But I think she has a talent for beatboxing.
Someone's entering. Are you hidden?
Don't worry. It's dark here, and the machines are pretty noisy. They won't detect me.
Are you sure about that?
Soldier 11, wakey wakey. That's odd. I know I've taken quite a few samples from you and injected some meds, but you'll tough it out, won't you? Won't you? Do you enjoy being pampered? Because you're the youngest sister? Oh, that won't do. Get up and play with me. Good. That's my girl. Now, let's continue our story. Where was I? Ah, yes. About how some kind scavengers found me without limbs. Such weren't kind-hearted folks. They sold me. And unfortunately, my ignorant new owner couldn't see any use for a limbless worm like me. So I was sold off again. I was treated like merchandise on the black market. Sold alongside gangster stuff and modded bamboo. That's when I realized we Silver Company soldiers weren't any different from bamboo. Just made of flesh and blood. The only real distinction is we feel more pain. And that's when I met her.
Who's her?
She bought me as a trophy girl. Cut me open and operated on me, checking my internal organs by hand. Anesthesia doesn't work on us.
Oh, shit.
You know that, right? So it hurt. It hurt like hell.
So she's a random scientist. Why does she remind me of Sarah, for instance? And god damn, she is literally without limbs, and she can't do anything about it. And what she said about they built them so anesthesia won't work on them? Jesus Christ. I'm sorry if I say it like that, but god, that must have been unbearable.
Then, out of the blue, she smiled at me. Looking back now, I think she must have noticed something unusual about my body. She told me that she was once a military doctor, but was discharged, and now worked as a rogue doctor. She was familiar with everything about Silver Company, and was willing to help me. So, I underwent surgery and received mechanical prosthetics. Nothing too fancy. I don't think I'll ever use them for combat, but they serve their purpose, helping me stand and do calculations.
Her reasoning for acting like this is very valid.
My true value lies in my memory. You see, my brain is the only thing that has remained intact. Thus, I remember everything. I remember our home, and the time spent with our sisters. I remember that as long as we fought alongside our captain, we were considered the most powerful fighting force. I remember assisting in their research and using my own 2 hands to welcome new sisters into this world. That rogue doctor used her connections to get me some incomplete research data. Using my fragmented memories combined with that data, I was able to piece things together. And now, I've nearly revived the technology of Silver Company.
And that's not good, isn't it? What if this rogue doctor works for the people that worked with Sarah? Or with the rebels? That's gonna cause some major problems.
Fortunately, I've remembered. I've survived and can recall our past. And now, reforming Silver Squad is my mission. Because this is my home. Our home. So, do you like my plan, Captain Anby?
She is far too smart.
When did you notice me?
My little puppy spotted you a while ago, and I instructed her to raise the alarm. You know, Captain, I'm actually glad you're here. I've been thinking that we need to talk.
Give her back, and then we'll talk.
If you want her, come get her yourself.
Okay, so Anby rushes out in the lab and reunites with Trigger.
Trigger!
Say no more. I've got it. Yeah. That was easy.
Watch out!
Fire support. Adjusting for wind.
Neutralize!
The target's weary. Ether vision activate. Time to pin them down.
Thunder!
Sniper's Creed. One shot, one kill.
An opening.
Support in position.
Yes.
Quick shot. Recalibrating.
Roger. Yes.
Fire support ready.
Is that it?
That's the Captain Anby I know. Cleaning your knives with the filthy blood of this scum suits you.
She is way too stuck in the past.
Don't give me that, idiot. Now you're worried about whose side I'm on? Our side, of course. I created you so you never saw Captain Anby in her prime. After everything I've been through, I thought I would have forgotten. But I still remember.
Settle down.
So, have you ditched the uniform, Captain?
Twiggy.
I'd keep it as pajamas if I were you. It's nice to reminisce about the days of glory and agony, isn't it?
I never knew you were still alive, Twiggy.
Shame.
Yeah, I was always the worst at fighting. But I survived. It's only natural for you not to expect that, Captain.
You're not as terrible a fighter as you think. Your sharp mind makes up for it.
Yes, you said something similar before. I'll never forget that. You persuaded them to keep me, and you encouraged me to acknowledge my true value. You're right. I am valuable. I understand that all too well now. Trash may perish easily, but not me. I'm valuable. Precious even. There's always someone who sees value in me. Just like you did before.
I can only assume why. I guess her voice is like that because she was being corrupted, I believe. She may have lost her limbs and her voice is kind of wonky. Maybe.
Sometimes I wonder if I were just an ordinary citizen in New Eridu and not part of Silver Squad, maybe I could have become a researcher at the White Star Institute, studying deep topics like 3 forms of etheric manifestation in specific hollows. Sure, I might be sharp, but there are different kinds of smart. Growing up in Silver Squad, I had no street smarts. Competing for profit, seeing through lies, and striving for a better life with limited resources. These I had to learn the hard way, year after year.
You've been through a lot. Is that why you're doing this now?
I don't need a reason. At least not one to convince you. The only person I've needed to convince is my backer.
And who that is?
You know better than anyone. Silver Company was an evil undertaking. That technology should never resurface.
Evil? Are you suggesting that you, I, and our sisters were all evil?
The use of it is.
We are evil incarnate.
So, we should all just be destroyed?
No, but we should not continue in our evil.
Oh, I see. That's very enlightening, Captain.
But you're not convinced.
We should be eating burgers, watching movies, working a job, and going on dates. Instead of being maimed, sold, tortured, and struggling to survive.
The first few things you just mentioned, you make it sound like you're the one who's stuck in Anby. Great!
You know I care for you, Captain Anby. Whatever you do, I won't hold it against you. But that doesn't mean you can stand here and say these things so lightly to my face.
You know where I am, don't you? You know where I live, what burgers I like, what movies I watch, and who I spend time with. Since you know, you're welcome to visit me anytime, Twiggy.
And she still loves you as a sister. I mean, come on. She's trying to change her mind.
I'm your captain. I'll personally deliver the punishment you deserve, and then seek redemption with you together.
She's for real.
Captain.
We can still make things right before you make a greater mistake.
Too late.
Fortunately, I found you before things got any worse. I have so much to tell you, but maybe another time. For now, we should...
Anna, the conversation is interrupted. Anby is stunned to see a body tossed in front of her. It's Soldier 11. She's pale, but there are still signs of life in her, and she's breathing faintly.
All right, I'm returning your favorite girl. Now we're even, Anby.
Twiggy?
I said we're even. From now on, you can stop acting like a captain and save this foolish talk.
Twiggy kicks the limp Soldier 11 on the ground. Anby quickly lifts her up and hands her to Trigger.
Soldier 11! Wake up, Soldier 11! Anby, she doesn't look good. We need to get out of this hollow ASAP.
I see how it is. Twiggy, I'll be back. I won't just abandon you.
You sicken me. Like I said, just save the foolish talk. I can't stand to hear that kind of mush from someone who looks exactly like me.
It's not mush. And I hope you'll get used to it. Let's go, Trigger.
So Twiggy stands and watches as Anby leaves.
Hey, go contact you-know-who.
You know who? Did she put something in Trigger and Soldier 11?
Ugh, cut the crap! You think I don't realize I shouldn't cut the middleman and contact the client directly? But look at the mess we're in! The junk she's brought won't fix this. Our best shot is exploiting Anby's inner weakness. She's let go of her most lethal weapon, her daring and ruthless fighting style. Now she's like a hired gun with a family to feed, focused on surviving to get the paycheck. I can handle her if we exploit that. But I need to keep everything in check, or else all my efforts so far will have been...
You've been diligent, little Twiggy.
Who are you?
Stop calling me that!
As you know, your research is crucial. You're just like me. We're here to foster hope. Our work is the only cause worth fighting for in this world. Of course, I understand. Sometimes, when hope is scarce, certain issues can only be resolved with sheer violence. The stuff I mentioned last time is ready. Send some of your people to retrieve it. It's not exactly new Eridu tech, so use it carefully.
Alright, so we're back with Trigger. Anby, are you okay? It's fine. I understand if you don't feel like talking right now. How is Soldier 11's condition? The answer will only make you feel worse. She still hasn't regained consciousness. As you requested, I left her at the rent-a-play video store. Hiccups. The kind siblings working there are taking care of her as we speak. It's been so long, but the shop has barely changed. Now is not the time to be talking about that. You must be anxious to see her. Come with me. So she follows Trigger to the video store. Anby, you're back. Looks like whatever you got mixed up in this time was pretty serious. Anything you want to know? Soldier 11, how is her condition? Stable. That's all I can say. Her body temperature, heart rate, and pulse are all remaining stable. Honestly, given her current state, that's actually quite abnormal. However, she hasn't regained consciousness. Would you like to see her? Yeah, just put her on the couch instead of a bed. Yeah, trying to get in a good position. Having this many people in one room is just making my damn game just lag. So she approaches Soldier 11 and softly calls out her name. Looks like it didn't work. Anby lowers her hand sadly and prepares to leave.
What is this place?
She's awake!
And who am I?
No.
You're awake, Harin.
Great, you're awake. I've been worried about you, Soldier 11.
Wait, so her name is Harin?
Soldier 11? Is that my name? It sounds odd and could easily get confused with another number like Soldier 161051. Only a fool would call herself that.
Did Twiggy erase her memories?
I can see you're doing much better now. But I won't let you talk about yourself like that.
Her memories seem jumbled. The injuries might be more serious than they appear. When a Silver Company replica is severely wounded, their memories are often the first thing to fail. Even me, all those years ago, there was a time when I couldn't remember anything.
Really?
Is that so? Then what about your combat skills? Were they affected?
Would the Defense Force abandon her if she couldn't fight anymore? Well, I know we wouldn't do that.
No, we would never.
Proxy,
We are friends. We gotta protect our friends.
Yeah, having one more mouth to feed won't hurt. It's nothing compared to our monthly electricity bill.
Yes, no thanks to his constant complaining about Fairy being useful.
plus our little black cat needs another playmate. He's already getting bored of us.
I'm seriously... Here's the thing. I know for the fact that you can befriend a black cat named Inky, which is the first thing I tried to do in the first video that I made in Zenless Zone last year. And you have to try to find them in 6th Street everywhere and try to build up the trust so we can put them in our home. I have yet to do that. So this doesn't make sense to me in actuality.
You know how short-handed we are, right, Charon? Whoops. I mean Trigger.
Oh, so Trigger's real name is Charon?
Charon?
Oh,
There you go, trying to be funny again. Guess that's your unique charm, manager.
oh.
Jokes aside, I can't vouch for the Defense Force, but I can promise that Ogle Squad won't abandon her.
Dude, I think Wise just rizzed her up. I'm sorry.
I see. Well, we know how resilient she is, so we're confident she'll bounce back.
It seems you and Soldier 11 go way back, Anby. Could you share more about her? And maybe how we can help her recover faster? We're here to help. Are you sure it won't be too much trouble for you?
Hell no. Anything for you.
Don't worry. Nicole's caused a lot more trouble for us. Besides, Soldier 11 is our friend too.
I see. In that case, what she needs now is nothing too out of the ordinary. Warmth, comfort, safety, and relaxation. Also, some familiar faces, as well as her favorite foods.
Like spicy ramen?
Ah, right. I should get her some burgers for an energy boost. I'll be right back.
Be careful and make sure you get spicy chicken.
Not so fast, Anby. Burgers aren't exactly Soldier 11's favorite.
No, they're your favorite. Burgers, all kinds are your favorite. She likes spicy stuff. Spicy ramen.
Oh, they're not? What does she like then?
It seems Trigger already left to get it.
Because she know her girl well.
You'll probably find her near Waterfall Soup. By the way, General Chop is concerned about Soldier 11 as well. Be sure to let him know that she's improving.
Yeah, don't worry. She's in good hands with us here.
Okay.
I got Soldier 11's favorite spicy noodles from that enthusiastic chef. I couldn't see if the noodles look spicy, but just the steam from the chili peppers alone is making me cry.
So, spicy noodles is her thing. I had no idea.
Well, that's the Soldier 11 I know. She would come to 6th Street whenever she had free time. Maybe she feels more at home here than back in the barracks. She rarely talked about anything other than training, combat, and promotions. But when she did, she'd usually mention super spicy noodles, the video store owners, the arcade, and cats.
Did she ever talk about me?
You might not like the answer. Soldier 11 has never brought you up, but she seems fixated on a certain betrayal. Apparently, someone very important to her that she admired greatly vanished without a trace, leaving her to deal with that awful situation by herself. The person left without so much as an explanation. In the military, such actions are seen as desertion. And eventually, such deserters are marked as KIA by detached and indifferent officers. Does any of that ring a bell?
I have nothing to say. Even if she resents me, she has the right to do so.
That's pretty cold, even for me. May I suggest something?
What's that?
If you want to mend things with Soldier 11, don't say anything like that to her. Trust me, don't.
But that's the truth. I have no excuses for that. I lost my memory when I left the army. Once it returned, I wanted to contact Soldier 11, so I asked Nicole to check on her. Then I learned that she was doing well, that she had joined Obel Squad, and that she's an exemplary soldier who recently got promoted. She had a new captain and new comrades, so I felt her troubled past in Silver Squad might only weigh her down. I had no reason to show up again. Trigger,
What?
tell me, if you were me, you would have made the same call, right?
If I were you... Yes, I might have.
That's what I thought. So, even if she hates me, I deserve it.
But I'm not you, Anby. That's the point. If I were in your shoes, I would let Soldier 11 know she was never betrayed or abandoned. I'd let her know that her comrades would search to the ends of the earth for her, and that they'd never forget her.
Trigger, you're really amazing.
That's all you have to say?
Yeah, I'm really impressed. It must be nice to have you as a comrade.
I'm not so sure about that. But we have more pressing matters to discuss now. What are you planning to do next?
I'm heading back into the Hollow to put an end to everything with Twiggy. That evil tech must never resurface again. But before that, I want to apologize to Soldier 11.
Apologize? But given the current state of her memory, she might not remember it afterward.
That's the idea.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that's the best choice for my cowardly side.
Seems like it's really weighing on your mind. Alright, if there's anything I can do, just say the word.
In that case, I need you to prove something to me.
Prove something? Like what?
Prove that you can take good care of Soldier 11. That's the only way I can hand her over to her new comrades without worrying.
Alleviating all your worries might not be a good thing either, but I understand. I'll prove that I can take care of her. Now then, let's head back. After all, we don't want to show up with a bowl of soggy noodles for our patient.
So we're back at the point where I guess the end of the story here, and I'm going to be going back over the Echoes of Silver Part 3 for some things that I'm going to have to figure out what I may miss. Because my video got corrupted, there are some things that you may have missed. Mostly from the perfect date here, or at least in between here. Then the cat's gift, and then the cunning hairs. You won't be able to hear Billy's conversation because he said that Nekomata really misses hang on. I'll just mention it. So let's go over cutting hairs and the rest of it.
Nicole?
Well, look who decided to come back.
I'm sorry for leaving without saying anything. You can punish me however you see fit, Nicole.
What's the use in punishing you? If anything, I'd prefer some compensation. So, how do you plan to make it up to me? I'm waiting.
I'll give up my favorite burger. From now on, I'll eat noodles every day.
Okay.
Hey, that's more like compensating General Chop than me.
Okay, so she's willing to give up her favorite burger. That's something.
That won't cut it, huh? Then I won't try to squeeze in between you and Nekomata when we watch movies.
Come on. Nekomata's usually the one who's squeezing in between you and me. Show me some sincerity here.
I see. Okay. I'll forfeit my paychecks from now on.
Now that is what might get Nicole interested. If you're willing to give up your paycheck so she can have more Denny's in her plate, I guess that's something.
Oh?
Yes, and I'll persuade Billy to give up his pay too. Is that good enough for you?
I mean, it makes more sense if you actually can get his Starlight collection and sell it, and tell him not to buy any more Starlight Night merchandise. Then that'll be great.
Wait a sec. Are you trying to tarnish our reputation as an honest business? Forget it. You owe me big. I'll tell you what I need from you later.
Nicole.
Fine. Forget it. Just spare me that pitiful look. Listen, Anby. It doesn't matter who you were or what mess you've gotten into. The cutting hairs doesn't need to be a burden to you. We don't need you to shield us, and we won't intrude when you need space. You're not the only one here with a troubled past. I just wish you'd trust me more. Otherwise, I feel like I'm a total failure.
Sorry. I won't try to justify what I did. I shouldn't have run off on my own. Once this is over, I'll answer all your questions. No more hiding anything.
That's my good girl. You're a terrible liar, you know.
I know. By the way, I have a favor to ask you.
Oh, you finally need me?
Yeah. There's a woman who looks like me. She wears a Defense Force uniform and goggles. I think she should be pretty easy to spot. Can you help me locate her?
Piece of cake. On average, finding a cat takes us 3 hours, 14 minutes, and 8 seconds. Finding a person is way easier.
Why does it take you that long just to find a cat? I know they run around a lot.
I'll contact some of my sources. I'll let you know as soon as I get any information.
Who's there?
Anby! It's you!
Let's see. Long time in the sea, or I heard you miss me?
Yeah, it's me. A reliable source mentioned that you've been worried about me lately.
Nonsense! Where did you hear something like that? Darn it, Billy. I'll scratch all this paint off like scrubbing a nonstick pan with steel wool. I swear on my favorite mackerel that I will.
I'm touched. Thank you, Nekomata.
Aw.
Don't be. And no thanking me.
I heard you even prepared a gift for me.
A gift? Well, yeah, I did. But it's not like I made it just for you or anything.
You don't have to act like that.
Here you go.
Hey, you don't need to act like that. Just give her the gift. What the hell is that? Oh wait, Anby doll. So a doll meticulously crafted by Nekomata, looking somewhat similar to Anby. Why is it top heavy? To simulate how someone often dives headfirst into the hollow. Meow. She made it herself, huh?
A doll. Is it supposed to be me? With this rough stitching, this is too much.
Nah, stop being dramatic.
Oh crap. I think I just clicked on it again, so...
Oh, a doll. Is it supposed to be me? With this rough stitching, I'm guessing you sewed it yourself? This is too much, Nekomata. I can't accept this.
Nah, stop being dramatic. I got a doll making kit and was gonna make one that looks like Nicole.
Okay.
But it turned out super ugly. With a big head and tiny little body. It didn't look anything like Nicole. So I altered it a bit and wow, it somehow looked just like our Anby.
But I don't look like this.
No, it's exactly like you. It's like your little twin. Go on, take it. Keep it with you all the time. And don't let it out of your sight.
You want me to carry it and never let it out of my sight? Oh, wait, you didn't stash some sort of contraband inside it, did you?
What do you take it
Are you
for?
trying to get PubSec to arrest me?
Yeah? Just because I'm a street cat doesn't mean you should be prejudiced like that. There's no contraband in the doll. I swear on Nicole's lap.
All right, I'll trust you. Let me do something for you in return. How about some mackerel noodles?
Oh, Lady Nekomata appreciates your rare treat. But not now.
Not now? But the noodle shop is close by.
Once things settle and you're safe, you can treat me to those mackerel noodles.
Aww. Alright. The doll somehow feels heavier in Anby's hands. Anby lowers her head as Nekomata grins.
So, here you are.
Okay, so at this point, this is where I actually kind of went to Luminous Square, only to, like, follow Soldier 11 and keep an eye on her to see if she actually takes good care of her. And by that point, we talked to the rest of the Cunning Hairs, and Nicole let us know where Soldier 11 was located. And here we are.
Sorry, Anby. I snuck out with her.
Are you feeling okay?
Are you speaking to me? You seem familiar. Like I've seen you somewhere before. But I can't quite remember.
I'm Anby. Does that name ring a bell?
No. I don't recall anyone named Anby. Sorry. Maybe we knew each other, but this person named Trigger told me that my memory's off right now. I'll get better. And maybe then I'll remember something about you.
I see. Where did you and Trigger go today?
We tried some food called noodles. They were this amazing, fiery red color. It was delicious. Then we pet some creatures called cats. They were different than I expected. Surprisingly soft.
Okay, so by that point, when I was getting that, I guess when she was basically critically injured and all, Anby mentioned that they were going to be, whenever a member of Silver Squad, or them, gets severely injured, the memories will go into some sort of factory reset. And I guess they'll lose some memories by the time when they recover from their injury. Or even before. So they're like, oh, we gotta reboot and all that stuff. And so she's kind of experiencing her favorite things for the first time again. She likes spicy noodles, she likes cats. That's all you need to know.
We went to an arcade, did some shopping, drank some tea milk, and even opened surprise boxes. Then, we went to a dim, noisy place and watched a movie. I think that's what they called it. During the movie, someone took advantage of the dark environment to attempt a theft. Fortunately, I still remembered some basic combat skills, so I managed to subdue the thief and turn them over to public security. The public security office isn't far from here. After we wrapped up there, Trigger suggested we watch the sunset by the river.
You sure know how to plan a date, Trigger.
Oh my.
The video store manager taught me all this. I'm just a good student.
I'm pretty sure that Belle is going to give you some good dating advice, because I know you deeply care about your squad mate. I'm not sure about on a personal level, but you done pretty much gone all out with this, so that's pretty much a date as it is as a couple. Alright.
Anyway, I think I did a good job. Right, Soldier 11?
Yes, I had a great time. Still, I can tell my body isn't really used to relaxing. I can always feel an urge to do some push-ups or some other exercise.
That's our model soldier for ya. So, Anby, can you relax now? Soldier 11 is important to me. I don't ever want to lose another squad mate, so I promise to look after her. You can focus on the matters at hand now. Once everything's settled, if you choose to face her, I'll be there to vouch for everything you've done for her. And if you prefer to stay out of it, no pressure. I understand the weight of your history with Silver Company. It's like a heavy chain around you both.
I'll break that chain.
I have faith in you.
Thanks, Trigger. In that case, please keep this for me while I'm away.
What's this? A doll? It looks a little familiar.
It's very cute.
I'm pretty sure that she's the only one that finds the doll cute. So Soldier 11 looks confused, but still takes the doll and hugs it tightly. So tight that it almost bursts.
Please, keep it safe until I come back. Right now, it's my most cherished possession.
Don't worry. If it means that much to you, we'll be sure to keep it safe.
Thanks.
Oh, that's cute sneeze.
It gets chilly by the river at night. Let's head back to the video store and get something warm to wear.
I remember you from earlier today. Anby to Zinnia.
It has been a long, she's already forgotten your name.
It's Anby. Just Anby.
Sorry. It seems my memory still hasn't recovered yet. It's frustrating not knowing what I've forgotten.
I can help with that.
You can help?
I can tell you what you've forgotten, Harin.
Harin. Is that my name?
Yeah, she called her Harin once. And I think that's what she called her back at the Silver Squad time.
It was your name before you were Soldier 11. The name I knew you by. Back then, we used to find nice-sounding words to call each other. The higher-ups were aware, but didn't intervene.
I don't like that name. It sounds too weak for me.
Yes, you've said the same thing before.
So what exactly is this Silver Squad? And who decides who's qualified or not? There's a lot I don't understand. If it's connected to my past, then please tell me everything.
Sure, I'll explain it all. Just allow me to do one thing.
Huh. One thing? What's that?
allow me to apologize to you.
Okay, so Anby recounts everything about Silver Squad, from its creation to its downfall.
There were many things I didn't understand then.
And that was you, Anna?
Oh,
As you
hold
said,
on.
you were considered the top performer.
Again, I did it again.
There were many things I didn't understand then, and still don't understand even now. All I know is that we were used as pawns in a power struggle within the army. And, in the end, they chose to keep only one replica.
And again, she called her Anna.
I'm not Anna. That's someone else. But yes, I was selected. They devised an operation, a suicide mission. No one was expected to return alive. My name wasn't on the list for deployment. But the night before, you went too hard in training and got injured. So I took your place.
Oh, hell no. And if they weren't trying to do... Okay, here's what I'm thinking. The higher-ups in that project thought that they're going to get found out either way, and they didn't want to have any of them handed to their rivals in the military or anything, really. Or anything at all. So they devised a fake operation that let most of the defects, and I guess they only had to choose one, which was Anby here. Because she is, after all, the first and the most successful out of every single one of them, while the rest were just terrible. So they basically give them a suicide mission that is considered very suicidal. No one's gonna survive. And if it's special, like, oh, we just send them on an operation, and they all kind of KIA, and it was a mission failure. It was not supposed to be. It's not a mission at all. It's actually something they just push them onto, and they want to get rid of them. That's how they dispose of them, without getting their hands dirty, by giving them a false operation, a trap, into the most dangerous place that no one's going to expect to survive. But Anby took Soldier 11's place because she injured herself during training. She got very lucky. And Anby survived. Which kind of showed them that how Anby is the superior one out of every single one of her sisters. All the while she has the trauma of seeing her sisters being taken down by ethereals. And yeah, this was all just a purge plan here. Jesus.
Did you survive the mission?
Take a guess. I saw my squad mates buried in the rubble. The memories are all a little foggy, even to this day. I'm not sure how I survived, or how I was able to stand before the senior officers.
How could they issue such a ruthless order? Sending their own soldiers to die? We're living, breathing human beings.
You may say that, but according to them, you're not humans. You're just clones to them. And if you guys are manufactured, that means you're not really human beings. You're just things to them.
That's the point, Harin. Are we humans? I assume you can also issue combat orders now. When you send a squad of explosive Bangbu into the enemy base, do you consider their well-being?
But Bangbu aren't humans. I don't have to consider that.
Well, you could say the same thing about grunts in Halo. Like, you could send a squad of those little bastards into anywhere, and they'll just go... I can't really say their language because I forgot what language those grunts speak. All I know is I imagine one of them being damn cowardly, and they have plasma grenades, and one of them will say, "Witness me!" and within 2 feet, they just get put down. They just get shot down before the grenades explode. That's just sad. Even your thoughts, it's just ruthless. And I can't imagine Bangbu being equipped with explosives. I can't imagine that. That's just cruel.
That's what they said too. replicas aren't humans. So, they ordered Silver Squad to their deaths. But since you are still a survivor, they ordered me to execute you.
And by that point, she made her decision to die in your place so you can survive, because she doesn't want to, be part of this puppet show. She doesn't want to be anybody's puppet. Or anything at all.
Did you go through with it?
You're still alive? She's still here.
What do you think?
It appears you didn't. But if it were me...
Would you have followed their orders?
No. I would have executed the officers who issued that suicide mission. So what did you do?
I fled. I offered to exchange my life for yours. And then fled.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think she's going to mention how she actually cut her own neck. And she was barely alive as it is, almost to the point of death where she gets dumped in a hollow and Nicole found her. She probably won't say that to her because it's going to make the experience a lot worse. Maybe.
I didn't trust them. So disappearing seemed like the only feasible option. I knew that once I was gone, they wouldn't harm you because you were their only asset. Seems like I made the right call. At least I got to see you again. I've had a good life, but it took me a long time to figure out who to hate. If I were to hate everyone who hurt us, that would be too much. I couldn't live carrying so much hatred. It's impossible. And Nicole told me that I shouldn't hate myself. So, eventually, I realized that all the suffering stemmed from the Silver Company tech, and the fact that we replicas were not seen as humans. According to a movie Belle loaned me from the store, this is referred to as an ethical dilemma. Life shouldn't be engineered. Only then did it dawn on me that many people were already aware of this issue. There are a lot of smart people out there. So, I'm sorry, Harin.
Why apologize? According to everything you just told me, you didn't do anything wrong. I'm crying. Why am I crying?
It's all my fault. I was the captain of our squad and responsible for everyone, but I let you all down. I wasn't wise or strong enough, and I was a coward. If I weren't a coward, I wouldn't have waited until this moment to apologize. I'm only willing to share this now because I know you'll forget everything soon.
Forget everything? But that's impossible. Why?
I think I know why. I just clicked. No, wait, not clicked. I think I can guess.
Silver Squad soldiers who are critically injured have their recent memories wiped within 24 hours. Yours is about to reset. I can't keep avoiding this, Harin. I have to face our old squad mate. I don't know what other cards she has up her sleeves, and I can't guarantee anything. I can only try my best. I might survive, but if the worst comes to pass, I don't want you to bear the weight of my death. So, just forget this conversation, and have a good night's sleep.
No, Anby. You're being selfish. I don't accept your apology. I don't!
It's almost midnight.
Anby.
Anby closes her eyes and her forehead touches Soldier 11's. Soldier 11's fingers tighten their grip on Anby, digging into her skin. Suddenly, Soldier 11's grip loosens. Her expression turns blank.
What is this place?
Oh no.
What am I doing here? Who am I?
Your name is Soldier 11. Good night.
Oh man. So I just got back from all that ridiculousness. Apparently, during my recording, I recorded almost 40 minutes content, and apparently it got corrupted because I checked when I stopped my recording right here in this moment. apparently my voice recorder didn't record the rest of the 30 minutes that I had recorded. So you may have missed out on some things, like Anby stalking her sister to trying to keep an eye on things going on, and we were talking to all of our members of the Cunning Hares and all that stuff. So you may have missed out on some of the dialogue here. But I think what's important is the special event ones, maybe. And unfortunately, I didn't get to talk with Trigger now. So now we passed a lot. Even saying goodbye to the proxies, it just pisses me off today, because somehow when my things were stopping here, all of a sudden I accidentally hit my PC. Well, not really hit it, but it was an accident on this one. I bumped into it, and now apparently it just shut my computer down and it corrupted my recording. So now I'm here. So let's just go and try to proceed. And you know what's? It's the dumbest thing. You cannot start over. You cannot like restart the story. Once you go through it, it will record and it will not let you restart it. The only way for you to experience again is if you make a new account, and that is bullshit to me. But then again, it makes sense because you got one account. But that also means that I won't be able to use the characters that I'm using right here. So it's a shame, and it just makes me angry. It happened to me when I was in one of my stories, I think, and it's just stupid. I think it happened to me on chapter 3. There it goes.
Sorry. I must have been talking too loud just now and woke you up.
Anby, what are you planning to do?
What do you mean?
Come on, don't hold out on us. Are you sneaking out on some super dangerous business?
There's actually something I need to take care of. No need to worry about me. I'll be fine.
Don't try playing cute with us. Didn't I tell you before? We have a right to know about whatever it is you're involved with this time.
Plus, Anby, if you've really been working on yourself like you said, then you should learn how to ask for help. This thing you're facing, you might not be able to handle it yourself, right?
Even if that were the case, it's still my responsibility, and mine alone. At least, that's what I planned on saying.
Oh?
But the lone wolf in the movies never gets a happy ending. And even if they win, they'll end up losing their home, their pet cat, their daughter, or their lover. I don't want to lose anything or anyone important to me, Proxy. So please, help me. Take me back in that hollow and help me smash up that weird lab so I can get some closure with my former family.
Wise and I have been waiting for you to say that.
Is that your strategy then? Getting us to help you out for free?
You don't have to do it for free. Just tack it on to the Cunning Hares tab. I'll be back to settle the bill once this is all over. But right now, I've got someplace to be.
Don't go running off into any hollows alone, you hear?
I won't. Don't worry. I want you to be the first one, Proxy. The first to witness my resolve.
Alright, so pretty much after what I was about to rant here, you're probably going to see previous recordings here. I'll just mention it. So, Anby, are you about to head out? Yeah, this is the kind of thing that kind of stopped, it kind of got rid of. Like, you won't be able to see this, me narrating the whole thing. Like, a heart-to-heart with Trigger and Soldier 11 and all that stuff, maybe. So, yep. Let's enter combat. Alright, so, in the Cunning Hares temporary base.
Long time no see. Replica number 0.
Oh, that's her old uniform?
Silver Squad. Captain.
Damn. So she...
I thought I'd never see you again.
Dude, that is her old uniform. Maybe she had kept it. Wow. So, yes, we're gonna finally play her as this character. So, I haven't gone through the tutorial here, so when Soldier Zero Anby attacks hit an enemy, they apply silver star mark and charges the target. For every 1/3 of a charge, the enemy receives 1 stack of White Thunder, stacking up to 3 times. So, when the enemy has White Thunder, we press our special attack to EX attack to activate, quickly dash forward, slashing through enemies and dealing multiple hits of electric damage. When the move hits an enemy, it will consume 1 stack of White Thunder to trigger additional electric shock damage, which is considered aftershock damage. So she is invulnerable while using this skill, and that's what you might saw in the Tolly thing. So with enough energy, you'll hold this EX special attack to activate, combines her twin swords, and throws them forward for a high-speed slash, dealing massive electric damage. When the skill hits an enemy, it will fully charge Silver Star. And again, she will be invulnerable during the skill. Then when the additional damage from White Thunder triggers 3 times on the same enemy, a Thunderbolt will strike at the enemy's location, dealing electric damage to enemies within range. It is considered aftershock.
So, this is what you were like back in your Silver Squad days, Anby? I never thought I'd be back in this uniform. A cool character, or a cute one? Your fighting style seems to have changed. Old memories are coming back with this uniform. Mind the blind spot. Outside. You look so intimidating like this. This new you is so reliable, Anby.
Yeah.
The past me was reliable too.
Yeah. Let me take a look at it real quick. I'm not gonna go.
True.
I'm not gonna look at her here like this. I like her twin swords. Her military uniform looks slick as well. I mean, the original Anby has the street wear here, but this is actually military wear here.
That's not the enemy. False alarm.
Oh. Okay. All right. Okay, that's enough of my right here. Let me get that treasure chest back here. Okay. Alright, that's blocked off.
The enemy's tough. Be careful. Orders received. No need to be so formal.
Damn, okay. I'm starting to get it.
Is this the lab that needs to be destroyed? I never expected to one day be the one guiding you, Proxy.
I think there she is. There's Twiggy over there waiting for us. Like a final boss fight. Oh wait, or is it that one of her mini clones? I think this is Twiggy and A, right?
I'm heartbroken, Anby. Here I was thinking this was a family matter between sisters. But you've gone and brought in outside help.
You're no match for me, whether I bring help or not. Twiggy, Silver Squad is gone. You will never be able to rebuild it. We both know how difficult it is to create a Silver Soldier capable of engaging in combat operations.
What if I didn't need to?
Didn't need to. What?
There's one thing you're wrong about. I've already done it. I've achieved the conditions for rebuilding my very own Silver Squad.
Holy hell. Oh, damn. So she actually done it. She gotten a lot of freaking soldiers. Mass producing her very own clone army here. What, like imprinting memories, combat simulations here and there instead of training them individually?
This is so weird. These Ambys. No, these people. None of them seem to have any fighting abilities.
Weird. These people don't look like soldiers to me.
Twiggy, what have you done?
What do you think I've done? I've done something that can stop my organs from being harvested. That can put me in touch with the big shots at Tops. That can help fund my research.
Suddenly, there is a refrigerated lab. You catch a glimpse of something emerging from the recesses of your memory.
No, that's impossible. You're harvesting and selling their organs.
I take back what I just said. She is really losing her mind. And these guys seem to not be aware, or they're aware. So she clones. She make clones. Just to sell and harvesting and selling organs. This is just like the one premise of the movie that I remember watching. I can't remember what it was, but it started with Cruz. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. That one movie, something about making clones of celebrities, only to have them harvested.
You created all these sisters of ours just to harvest them like animals?
I just used them to exchange for a few necessary resources to reform Silver Squad. I needed a family, really. That's all. You said it yourself. These sisters of ours, right? We are sisters. And we are family. So if we're family, why don't you feel the same pain as me? It's a real shame, you know. Neither Harry nor I were perfect enough. No matter how hard I try, all I can make are defects. Good for nothing but a supply of organs. But it's not like there hasn't been any progress. I haven't even told anyone about this yet. But just earlier, I managed to make some improvements to the technology, which will stabilize control of the cloning process. Once that's in place, the cost of producing a competent soldier will be at an all-time low. We'll have achieved just what the initial project report said. The magic of producing an army out of sugar and air. Anby. Captain Anby. As things stand, there's still a chance for us to work together. You are the final piece of the puzzle. We can produce a steady supply of true soldiers so long as you cooperate. We'll keep everything under wraps until we build a huge army of our own. Just think what such an army could do. Nobody would ever dare humiliate us again. Our Silver Squad could crush New Eridu to smithereens. And you would be its commander.
So basically you want to create an army that you make Anby a tyrant, huh?
Me?
Maybe.
I'm fine with whatever. Put me to death if you like. I deserve it for killing all those sisters of ours. Whatever you
She'll do
want.
anything as long as she can perfect the cloning process. As long as she can achieve the perfect guess clone of Anby, I guess. It'll be fine. She'll accept any punishment. This is madness.
Captain, do you want to come home?
But this ain't home. This is a hollow. Her true home is with the cunning hairs.
This is not my home. I feel disgusted. I'm sorry, Twiggy. But now I wish you had died back in the hollow.
I know. I feel the same way about myself. Disgusted. Get out of here!
A vial of medicine appears in Twiggy's hand, and she injects half of the liquid into her arm. Girl A suddenly snatches the needle away and ejects the remaining liquid into her own arm.
What are you doing, idiot? You absolute idiot! Are you insane? You're just a defect. Your body won't be able to handle it. You'll make everyone...
I want to protect you. Protect all of you. Thank you for letting me be born. I will never let you be lonely.
A strange scene transpires. The helpless replicas are torn apart and absorbed by two massive monstrous shadows. Moments later, a familiar figure appears before these terrifying enemies. Oh, damn. Silver ethereals, huh? Well, there's that. Girl A and sister's here.
Why did you come?
I haven't forgotten the art of combat. Silver Company formation. TWAN, Anti-Ethereal Mark II.
Make it shorter. Make the name shorter.
The current you feels really familiar.
Stay focused. I never expected to be able to face you like this. Show no mercy, even if our opponent is triggered.
That's my line.
Go. Don't push yourself. Understood?
What the hell?
Affirmative. Why did I subconsciously...
I shouldn't miss this feeling. Roger that.
At least, you shouldn't miss it too often.
Oh, that's one down. Got red.
That felt good. Watch out.
Nice.
Fall back. The final blow.
Targeting. I won't let you have it.
Woo! Damn. So that's it. All this madness.
Captain,
She's still conscious.
did I fail the combat test again? I told you, I'm not good at fighting. But as long as Captain's here, I'll be okay. Right?
Okay. Let me process what just happened. So she injected herself with something that is transforming her into whatever that was. And I guess Girl A took the other half because she doesn't want her to be like lonelier or something like that, like she said. And they transform into a Silver Squad version, an ethereal, corrupted ethereal version of the Silver Squad, maybe. And I think Twiggy was trapped in this supposed happiness that she had with the squad. I had prepared myself for this possibility when I saw the trailer. This was so dark. Sad, too. And the only two survivors of this ordeal is Soldier 11 and Anby here. Anby being the oldest and the first. And 11 being the last. And the youngest. Jesus.
You. What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be with Trigger?
Trigger was the one who covered for me, so I could come here. She's probably still dealing with the enemies that we met on the way here.
You shouldn't be here. You weren't supposed to remember anything.
Anby. Turns out you're not a traitor at all. You're a coward. I'd still be completely in the dark if it weren't for that funny-looking doll.
What?
Huh? You mean there's something wrong with the doll that Nekomata
I think it's
gave
just a
me?
normal doll.
There was a camera stuffed inside its head. It recorded your whole confession to me before its battery died.
Hold on. Why did Nekomata put a camera in the doll? I will never know.
I didn't understand everything, but I knew enough to take action. Seeing as we're sisters, I couldn't let you take this risk alone. And I knew that you didn't betray us. I liked that feeling. It was enough to help me believe in many things again.
Proxy, her condition is extremely unstable. Please, get her out of here as fast as you can.
Got it. Whatever happens next is something you have to do by yourself. Right, Anby?
So Anby walks toward the laboratory building. There's a deathly silence here, as though everything that had happened was just a nightmare.
This tech has to be destroyed.
But I'm trying to guess, who was her benefactor? Who was Twiggy's benefactor?
Thank you for letting me be born.
Anby, what's on your mind?
Proxy, you're still here?
Don't worry. Soldier 11 is safe with Trigger. You can trust her. Now that things are settled, Mobile Squad can take over from here. She'll be okay.
Really? That's great.
You're conflicted. Should you destroy the Silver Company tech or not?
Is it that obvious? I thought I'd made up my mind to never let this kind of evil happen again.
Don't compromise now. Maybe you should think things over. I mean... Oh, damn it. I didn't know there was choices. You know what? I'm gonna pause recording for a bit and I will be right back because this is getting me trouble thoughts here. Okay, so I got my game subs here. My little energy boost. So don't compromise now. Maybe you should think things over. I think... If you have a perseverance yourself, but you have any conflictions, maybe you should just think things over.
Really? This might sound a little selfish, but plus, there's no way I could just ignore all the weird stuff that's happened today. For example, that medicine, or how Twiggy turned into an ethereal that seemed more cunning than an average one.
I think when I pressed auto again... Yeah.
Really? This might sound a little selfish, but if it weren't for this evil, I'd never have gotten the chance to meet you, Anby.
Yeah. That's what she was trying to say here, but I kind of clicked on auto again to mess things up, sorry.
But even so, you're right. It's just... I don't know how to make a decision that I won't regret.
That's a decision that only you can make, Anby. Well, that brings proxy operating hours to an end. We'll be waiting for you back at the video store.
Yeah. So the proxy ends the comms. The deathly silence returns. This is the moment, Anby. We've got a choice to make.
I've made up my mind.
Alright, so everybody's here. We got all the cunning hairs, Trigger. Where's my girl, Soldier 11? Let's speak with everybody here. Has Soldier 11 picked up already? Don't worry, I promise you. I will take good care of her. Letting her enter the Hollow in such an unstable state doesn't seem like taking good care of her. It's not about letting her, it's about accompanying her. Everyone has things they are committed to, don't they? I won't stop Soldier 11 from seeing this through, but I can make sure she's not alone. Oh, so that's how you see it. And are you sure this won't cause any problems for Soldier 11 with the military? Military's factional struggles never cease. Unfortunately, ancient history, like Silver Company, isn't the focus. After returning, Soldier 11 will undoubtedly receive more professional care than she would lying on the sofa in the video store. Sounds complicated. I knew I wasn't cut out for the military. Don't be so down. I don't think I know any more than these three people who are suited to being in the military. Including yourself? Absolutely not. Alright. How about you, Billy? Got anything to say? Excuse me, cutie. Have you seen my friend Anby? I am Anby. You are my colleague, Billy Kid. I am really happy, and I can provide it to you. I remember all the things we went through together. Don't go give me that flustered look. I'm just joking around. Is this what you used to wear before you joined the Cunning Hairs? Not bad. It really suits you. Maybe should I switch back to my old threads too? He used to be in the Sons of Chaldean. I honestly can't wait to see that, to be honest. Did you give me that doll? To monitor me? Meow, how you sure discovered that quickly. I had been hoping to snatch it back first. I suppose I do have that thing too, though. That thing? What thing? Something like... what was it again? Oh, the right to privacy. I don't know what these things like that, about things like that. I was just thinking that if a dummy burger girl like you disappears without a word again, then Nicole will be worried about you. You'll make Nicole super worried to death. Sorry, I won't do it again. Pinky promise? Aw, that's cute. Alright, those clothes sure bring back memories, Anby. I was wearing this when you found me. I didn't even realize how much time has gone by. It's impressive you can still fit it into your old clothes. I definitely can't wear any of my wardrobe from back then. Gee, I wonder why. Yeah, I agree. Where did that come from? And where are you looking? Anby? I'm not. You're still an awful liar. Oh, I got things to say. Anby, welcome back. The Cunning Hairs are here to pick you up, and Trigger hasn't left you yet either. I think they all want to talk to you, and make sure that you're safe and sound. Do you want to chat with them first? I've already... Okay. I think I've already spoken with everybody. Yeah, I've already spoken with them. Anby, you really do move fast. I'm so happy seeing you smile again, especially considering everything that's happened. Because I've already made a choice I won't regret. I think then we can rest easy for now. Really? This? Proxy and wise. I know just expressing my gratitude with words alone is not enough. I hope that someday I get a chance to help you too. And then I'll give it my best, just like today. Wow, now that's something we can look forward to. We'll remember it. Next time we find ourselves in a sticky situation, we'll commandeer Anby of the Cunning Hairs with extreme prejudice. Please be sure to do so. I will be standing by at all times, awaiting your summons. And speaking of summons, I've been trying to pull for her since yesterday. Afterwards, it seemed as though a long time passed before. Well, guess who I just ran into on the street? Beats me. Me? Your doppelganger? Now that would be quite interesting. Pity that wasn't the case this time. I actually ran into Anby and Trigger eating burgers together. Aw, they're best friends now. They're really close. Now that's a rare combination. I thought so too. So I went over to say hi and catch up with them. So how have they been recently? It might be faster if you just asked them directly. They were asking me why they hadn't seen you around yet. They're right by 141 right now. Do you want to go talk with them? Might as well, right? I can't really fast travel, so that sucked. So here they are, hanging out, huh?
Oh, red chicken burgers are classic for a reason.
Oh, she just stuck him with a mouthful. Aw.
Soldier 11's going to grill me about eating junk food again if I go back smelling like burgers.
Burgers don't have a smell. Even if they did, they would dissipate quickly, and she'd never know.
I wonder how she'll know.
No, there's a smell, right?
Burgers don't smell. That's right. I don't know who I should agree with.
Eating burgers doesn't make you smell. That's why they're the golden standard of fast food.
Yep. Chase on the wisdom, Proxy.
Exactly. Proxy, when did you
Just
get
now.
here?
So how's Soldier 11 doing?
I just got here. I heard you mention Soldier 11. Is she doing better? After all, the last time I saw her, she was in pretty rough shape.
Thanks. Soldier 11 would be really happy to know that you care so much about her. She's made a full recovery. She's completely regained the same training intensity as before her injury. At least with her body, I mean.
Only her body.
So her body's recovered, but her memory is still affected?
Not quite. I asked Anby out today to chat with her about what's going on with Soldier 11. Her memory has basically reverted to how it was before the injury. She might occasionally get someone's name wrong, but she doesn't mistake her own identity, and her short-term memory is persisting through to the next day.
Wow.
She's made a recovery. That's great.
It's still too early to say. She seems to have completely blanked out what happened during the incident, including the time she spent with you, Anby.
Like I said, that's great.
You still feel the same way now? She still believes that she was betrayed and abandoned. She still hates that traitor Anby.
That's wonderful.
Why would you say that?
Wonderful.
I'm clueless too.
Hudion's a way stronger person than me. Strong enough to keep living with hatred. That's powerful. I don't know what to say. All I know for sure is the target of her hatred is me. And that's
Why
good.
though?
We won't be meeting again. So, I won't get killed by her, or vice versa. But once she turns her hatred towards something, or someone else, things will get dangerous. Hudion is so pure. She's like an unalloyed metal that combusts even in water. The last thing I ever want to see is her getting hurt by her own flames.
I didn't realize you put that much thought into it.
I was just thinking about it while watching some similar movies lately.
There are movies like that?
Yep, revenge movies.
Yeah. Wanna watch it with me next time, Trigger? We can watch it at the video store.
Alright, we'll have it ready for you, and you're welcome anytime.
For sure. Drop by anytime.
Thank you, manager. You're very kind. Even I'd blush when people are nice to me like this.
That explains it.
I think you're really kind too, Trigger. So, are you all still down for burgers? It's on me today. Come on. You can get whatever you
That's
like.
where she's buying for her new best friend. And she likes to be praised or complimented. That's a note. Good note. Alright, so we finally done with asking them, talking with them. Alright, Weiss, what you got? Belle, shall we go home if you're done chatting? Yeah, let's go. And... and with that, that's the end of the story there, and we have gotten our rewards, I believe. But there are more, I believe. Yeah, we may have completed the story as is, but we still got this to go to. The, I guess you could call it, I'm not sure what you call them, warm-ups, I believe. They're like special type of gameplay that has its side story of its own, but story-wise, I think we're done with this. And despite me having some technical freaking issues due to the fact that my voice recorder stopped recording 10 minutes during this dialogue I had, so I might just go ahead and show you way before this part of the video I had made up. So I guess I'll just include the special events, and you may not see the full playthrough of it, not the dialogues where I kind of have to read out loud. But yeah, I did quite enjoy the story here. Now that we know a lot more about Anby and Soldier 11, because apparently they are technically sisters due to the fact that they were made from the same blueprint of the person that was used for cloning. And this was pretty much the darkest story you will ever hear. Cloning is always going to be dark. It's like the story with Firefly. Yeah. So, and it just shows you that some people can commit such evil, and they'll just discard it just to erase their involvement, I honestly think. So, with that, I will end the video here. So, thank you all for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, please give this video a like or dislike. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to click the subscribe button if you enjoyed my narrations, my commentary, my videos, my guest content in general. And it'll be grateful. I'll be grateful if you support my channel by clicking that subscribe button. And I'm pretty sure I could probably do pull for Anby one more time, maybe. But I think Trigger might be worth. If Trigger is worth it, I think she might be worth it, because I'm not sure about the next character banners either way. I mean, as long as I could get Pulchra out of this, I'm in golden. I'll be golden. So, yeah. So, probably next time I will do the warm-ups just to show y'all. Maybe at some point I'll do the new main story chapter. It's probably going to be a short chapter, maybe an hour or so, but I think I might go back to Genshin because I heard there's another event going on while I was doing my dailies. And it's gonna be a fun one too, so yeah. Now I feel more sorry for Soldier 11 and Anby because of the situation they were in. I even feel more sorry about Twiggy here. I mean, we have girl A that she named. She deeply cared about her as a sister. She was willing to become an ethereal just so that she don't have to be alone in this, as well as the rest of the clones here. But this begs the question, who was Twiggy's backer? And who was so willing to want this technology for themselves? But that's going to be another story for another time. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the new video. So peace out, and have a great week.